Welcome to the Double R Show, the podcast that features everything about North Lincoln County. The Double R Show, directed and produced by Paul Robertson and hosted by the voice of Lincoln City, Roger Robertson.
And a very Merry Christmas to you and yours, and welcome back to the Double R Show. It is a Christmas day.
Yeah. We just, midnight as we open up the new podcast for the 25th today. So I think we're, anticipating a special guest.
So towards the end of the program, I believe we've heard that somebody pretty special would join us for, a little bit of an interview and talk about what's happening in his life.
Okay, sounds good.
We also have Niki Price coming on board and Dr. Leslie Ogden. It's interesting. Dr. Ogden is going to be out talking about helicopters, and there's somebody else that likes to fly around as well.
That's right. That's right.
Up. Merry Christmas to you and yours, and your Christmas beginning will continue right after this.
Library today with a book from Bob's Beach Books in the Ocean Lake area of Lincoln City. I'm Diana Portwood, and books provide a world of discovery. From science to science fiction, read what you've been missing.
If you're looking for great early garden fresh produce, it's Kenny's IGA in the Bay Area of Lincoln City. 4 generations of Morgans caring for your every grocery need. All of your favorite beverages, a full deli, meat, produce, and of course, groceries. Our next guest is Niki Price. Niki is the past president of the Oregon Cultural Trust.
Yeah, I've been serving on the Oregon Cultural Trust Board of Directors for the past 9 years.
And what is that?
Well, the Oregon Cultural Trust is a statewide governor-appointed board of directors that helps oversee the funds that are raised by the cultural tax credit. And it's a unique way that Oregonians raise money to help support arts, culture, heritage, and humanities projects across the state.
An example would be?
Well, we have a great example. It's happening right here in Lincoln City.
Sure.
The Cultural Center is going to be receiving a grant this year to support our arts exploration program, which sends arts lessons right into the schools. So that's just one grant that is coming back to Lincoln City, but there's about $4 million worth of grants that are going around the state this year through the same program.
So this is a annual give out or return to the communities, or what happens? What's the time frame?
Well, the whole thing is structured around a tax credit.
Okay.
And that's why I'm here today, is to make sure that all the listeners to the podcast know about the tax credit, because you have to take advantage of it to generate these funds by December 31st. So I'm here to try to, raise the awareness of it and make sure that all your listeners know how to use it.
So how do I make a gift that becomes a tax credit? What do I do?
So it's got 2 parts. And our joke this year is let's do the 2-step. So let's do the 2-step with me.
I like it.
It's got 2 parts. First, you make a gift to a cultural nonprofit of your choice. And there's 1,600 of these across the state.
Oh, my.
Yeah. So we've got, I think, 35 of them in Lincoln County alone. So, you can make a gift to the Cultural Center, the Lincoln City Cultural Center, or you can make a gift to the Oregon Coast Community Foundation or the Lincoln County Foundation, Theater West, Oregon Coast Council for the Arts,
wow.
You name it. Any arts,
diverse.
the museums, the Lincoln County, Historical Society, North Lincoln County Historical Society, they're all part of this network.
So it doesn't have to be an organization that has made an application for funding.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
They just have to be qualified. And even if you give to public radio, for example, OPB, KLCC, even the one in Toledo, KYAQ, you can give to one of those. You can give to the Oregon Historical Society. You can give to the Railroad Museum. Anything that is heritage or history related that has a nonprofit, it's probably on the list.
So you give the gift to that organization, then you file for it on your taxes?
Well, that's your first gift. So that's your first step.
All right.
Right. And then you match that gift with a gift to the Cultural Trust. So say you give
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So you give $100 to the Cultural Center, Lincoln City, and then you give another $100 to the Cultural Trust.
Mm-hmm.
But the cool part is that $100 to the Cultural Trust comes off your taxes next spring. So it's like a free gift to arts and culture.
Very good.
Yeah, it's like writing a letter to the governor and telling her that she must spend your $100 on arts, culture, heritage, and humanities, and she's got to do it. It's like a feeling of power.
There is no takeaway to give to something other than the arts and the heritage.
Yeah, it's got to go there. Yeah, and so using that tax credit, we take those funds that are given by Oregonians in this manner, using this tax credit, and we bring all those funds together. And by using that tax credit, we raised $5.5 million last year.
Is there a minimum and or a maximum that people can contribute?
That's an excellent question. $500 for individuals, or $1,000 for couples filing jointly, or up to $2,000 for corporations.
So corporations can be part
Corporations
of
can be part of it too, yeah. Well, the cool thing is I know a lot of people out there who are already making this, the first step donation. And so they're already qualified. So this time of year, I'm going around to a lot of boards and other nonprofits in Lincoln County and just talking to the boards and the people who are serving on the boards, because I know that they are already giving. They probably already qualified. You're probably already investing in some of these nonprofits in your own communities. And so for $0 extra, you can be contributing to the cultural life of the communities.
Bottom line is you make a contribution to X corporation, company, whatever would happen to be. Then you turn around and write another check for the same amount to the cultural trust. And when you file your taxes, that money comes back to you. The second 100 comes back to you then.
That's right. So if you file your taxes, you might notice at the end of your taxes, there's a list of tax credits that you can claim. There's one for giving to political campaigns, and there's one to give, agricultural. There's a variety of different tax credits that you can claim. There's one for a cultural tax credit, and that's what you claim. And you can claim a bunch together. You don't have to itemize them. So if you give some to 30 West and some to the Cultural Center and some to OPB, it's an aggregate.
Okay.
So if you give a total of $500 to these cultural nonprofits, then you can give your one check to the Cultural Trust. And you can do it online. It's super fast and easy, culturaltrust.org, and it takes about 2 minutes.
And again, some of the items that has already been supported in North Lincoln County would be what?
Well, the Cultural Trust funds a lot of competitive grants. And so some of us, when we do really well in the grant writing, we get some of the bigger grants, like the one that's coming to the Cultural Center. There's a big one coming to the Sitka Center this year. $40,000 is coming to the Sitka Center for their arts education. Yeah, there's a big one coming to the Oregon Coast Youth Symphony out of Newport. So they're getting a big one this year. And so, we get a couple every year in our area of the coast. But the cool thing is that the Cultural Trust also gives out sort of, participation awards through the cultural coalitions. Every county in the state has their own cultural coalition. And the Cultural Trust just sends money just based on per capita right to Lincoln County. So every year, the Cultural Trust sends $15,000 to Lincoln County, and the Cultural Coalition gives out grants in smaller amounts to local organizations. And those are much easier access points. So through those, we fund all sorts of smaller grants, for Missoula Children's Theater, for new microphones on the stage, for
variety.
Yeah, all sorts of small things, and it's a small grant. It's much easier to get, and it really helps support. Where else can these small nonprofits go to get a $1,200 grant? The Cultural Coalition.
Final question: if somebody wants to sit down with Niki Price and find out more about the Oregon Cultural Trust, we do what, and how do we get hold of you?
Well, I'm happy to give you my cell phone number. It's 541-921-2006. And you could also reach out to the Cultural Trust, culturaltrust.org. I'm actually at the Cultural Center part-time right now. You could drop by and see me. I would be happy to walk you through this. It sounds complicated, but it's really not. And I encourage everyone to give it a try with a small amount of money. If you're not sure how it works, just try it for, $100 this year, and then walk yourself through the tax credit, claim it in April, and see how it works. And most of the time, when you do it once, you understand how easy it is. You do it every year, and it really makes a difference.
Claus, the original voice of Skid Row, Sebastian Bach live. It's time to get wild. Saturday, January 17th, Chinook Winds Casino Resort. Tickets on sale now at ChinookWinds.com. Chinook Winds box office or by phone at 1-888-MAIN ACT. Don't miss Sebastian Bach. Chinook Winds, where concerts are better at the beach.
Dr. Leslie Ogden from Samaritan North Lincoln Hospital and Pacific Communities Hospital joins us next here in the Double R Show. And recently I had the opportunity to sit outside and listen to helicopters from the Coast Guard over the top of our house again and again and again. They were training with your staff.
They were.
Tell me about that.
Well, it's very exciting because we know how important a partnership is with the Coast Guard for saving lives. And we know now more than ever, because we're hearing about it almost daily, how important the Coast Guard is to the work that we all do, whether that be, fishermen or someone hiking or a visitor to our coast. But when they rescue somebody and they bring them to our local hospitals, we need to be ready at that drop of a hat to assume care of that patient and whisk them inside for whatever life-saving type of care that they need.
Now, you found out that there is some interesting protocol that goes into getting that person into the helicopter, out of the helicopter, and into the hospital.
Correct. They do things a little bit differently than some of our other helicopter partners.
Specifically for reasons.
They do what's called hot loads, meaning that they are not going to shut down their helicopter when they land. And we are going to be able to take that patient from them when it's the right time. But there's very specific protocols to make sure that we're all safe in doing that. So the reasons why they prefer that hot load is for, number one, they have limited fuel. Number two, they don't want to break down on our helipad and turn the thing off and it not turn back on. And number three, they could be called at a moment's notice to go back out and do other rescues. So they want to come to us, unload that patient as fast, or hot load that patient, if you want to use that terminology, as fast as possible, get that patient into our care and be right back at it so that they can save more lives.
Now, this training that you just went through with both hospitals, is that something that you do annually, semi-annually, or monthly, or how often does this happen?
Well, we'd like for it to be annually, and I think we're going to really push for that. Years and years ago, I went through the training when I was an ER doc, and we just haven't done it as frequently as we should. And so at a recent tabletop exercise where we had all of our emergency preparedness folks and the Coast Guard and all of our other partners, we said, boy, this is really something that we need to focus on. And so we're so pleased that the Coast Guard devoted an hour at each of our hospitals for all of our emergency department staff, house supervisors, anyone else that will be involved in this, to get out there and to get this training.
Before we went on the air, you were talking about some of the things that the personnel have to do, even to the height of the people going out to get that person off the helicopter.
Correct. We need to be aware that if you're one of those people that's very tall in stature, you might be very aware that there's some circling blades and want to, of course, duck down. You know, how you approach the aircraft. We're taught how to do that. We have to have hearing protection, so many different things, down to the signals that the pilots and others will give us when it's time to approach the aircraft. So it is very definitely training with safety in mind for everyone on board the helicopter, as well as all of our ground personnel who are running up to the helicopter and extracting the patient.
We know that most people or a lot of the people come into the hospital because of those Coast Guard helicopters. Do they take them out of the Samaritan or Pacific Communities Hospital to the valley?
No, that then is our other partner, which is Lifelight, because once the Coast Guard drops them with us, then we do whatever care is appropriate. And oftentimes if they're coming to us, they need a lot of care. If they could be hypothermic, they could, have respiratory distress, they can, just have a number of issues associated with exposure to the outdoors, whether that be water, whether that be forest for too long. So oftentimes they need a higher level of care. We'll stabilize them, but then we'll want to get them somewhere else. And of course, our partners, Lifelight, they have flight nurses that are trained in advanced life-saving capabilities, and we'll want them to go with the folks for the remainder of their treatment, time en route.
From the time that the Coast Guard gets the person picked up, be it out of the water, the woods, whatever it would happen to be, it is just a matter of minutes before they're on your doorstep, right?
Correct. And that's their goal, and that's our goal as well, to minimize the time that they spend with the Coast Guard, simply because the Coast Guard doesn't have as many medical personnel on board. In fact, the majority are non-medical. And so what we need to get our medical personnel, really interacting with the patient and treating them as quickly as possible.
All the more reason for that helicopter to be positioned in Newport.
Correct. Absolutely. You said it, Roger.
Absolutely. I mean, it is critically important. It's not important. A nicety. It's a critical item.
It is a matter of life and death.
Dr. Leslie Ogden, Samaritan North Lincoln Hospital, Pacific Communities Hospital. And again, having that helicopter in Newport is critical. The training that goes in with your staff and the staff on board that flight, again, critically important as well.
Critically important, and we hope to do it again and again and again.
I'm Josh Zantello with Zantello Law Group, and we are fortunate to have a number of attorneys in our office that specialize in a variety of law fields. Call our office and set up a free consultation. With our field of experts, you're never alone.
Northwest Septic Service is your one-stop shop for all your septic needs.
Northwest Septic Service offers pumping, maintenance, repair, and inspections with one call, 541-994-6977.
Buying or selling a home? Northwest Septic Service can inspect your sewer line or an entire septic system.
Old or failing septic system? Northwest Septic Service can rejuvenate most drain fields, saving you thousands of dollars. 541-994-6977.
Serving Lincoln, Tillamook, and Yamhill counties, Northwest Septic Service.
Wouldn't it be great to have all your insurance needs handled by one agency? This is Charlotte Lado with Farmers Insurance and the Insurance Store. Visit our office next to the Wildflower Grill in Lincoln City. Let us be your one stop for your personal, commercial, health, and Medicare insurance needs.
Up on the rooftop, click, click, clop, or something like that. We have Santa Claus on the roof and on the air. Santa, how are you?
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! I'm doing great. It's been a busy, busy night for sure.
You've already gone from New York to Chicago to North Dakota, now all the way out here to Lincoln City, Oregon. That's a lot of country to cover.
It is, and it's a long way to travel, but it's worth it every year. I love to do it. I tell you, I've had some trouble with some of the chimneys, though. Mrs. Claus is going to have to do some repair work when I get home because I think maybe I've had too much milk and cookies, but that happens with the job,
Is there too much milk and cookies? Is that possible?
Well, not as far as I'm concerned, but Mrs. Claus always puts me on a diet come December 26th.
And does it keep you fit to get going for the following year?
Oh, yes. We stay busy up at the workshop all the rest of the time. You've got the reindeer to take care of and gifts to be made and presents to be prepared. So it makes for a long, long time off where I can get on the treadmill and eat right before I get back to my milk and cookies.
I have no idea how you can possibly read all of those letters, Santa.
Well, I'm a speed reader. I took a speed reading course when I was in grade school, hundreds and hundreds and thousands of years ago. And so I read every single one of them, and I love all the letters I get from all the children all over the world. And I've also got some elves that help with translation work as well.
I would have to think so, because you go all the way around the world.
Absolutely. Everyone gets a present from Santa.
Is there a letter that stands out in Santa's mind that you received from little Johnny or Sister Sue that really beats at your heart?
Well, I like it when I get a letter from someone who's asking for something for someone else.
Oh.
I mean, of course, every little boy or girl wants their present, wants their toy, whatever it is, or they want some kind of special music thing or some sort of device that they can use on their computers nowadays. But especially when someone says, Santa, will you please help my next door neighbor or my grandma or my friend or my teacher? That always tugs at my heartstrings.
That's got to be just something that you can take home to the North Pole until you're ready to come again next year. Absolutely. People, this is a time of year when people are looking at their neighbors and wondering if everybody's okay. Mm-hmm, and they're always trying to find a way to help other people out. And that warms Santa's heart. Has there been any favorite toys that you've had a lot of requests for this year, Santa? Is it dolls or trucks or what's happening? Well, most kids want some kind of a gift card. Oh, because then they can get whatever they want. Had not thought of that. That's a little easier for you to make. You can fit a lot of gift cards into that bag of mine. It saves a lot of wear and tear on Santa's arm. That's right. All the up and down, it saves a lot. I know as you sit around the area and little boys and girls come and get on your knee, they're always wondering about Rudolph. Yes, Rudolph has been hard at work. I don't know how I would get here. Coming into town tonight, it was pretty cloudy up there. And it's always foggy along the coast here, I've found over the years. So Santa really relies on Rudolph to help us get through that thick weather that you can't see in. Do you sing any special song when you're sailing across the country at a gazillion miles an hour? Oh, I love Jingle Bells. Jingle bells, jingle. Because, I have some jingle bells on my reindeer. They have jingle bells. And on the top of my hat, oftentimes, Mrs. Claus, she sews one of those little bells. And so I love Jingle Bells. It just makes my belly bounce up and down like a bowl full of jelly. I laugh so hard whenever I sing it. Well, would you like to sing a couple of bars of Jingle Bells for us, Santa? Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in Santa Claus's sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle bells. I can't stop laughing when I sing it. I'm having a tough time, Santa, looking across the table at son Paul and producing this show because he's really enjoying hearing from Santa. Well, Paul has grown up to be a fine man. I remember when he was just a little shaver asking for a football for Christmas. Yeah, that was a number of years ago, Santa. That's been a while. Well, anything else that you want to impart to all the boys and girls and moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas that are listening to us all the way around the world? Well, I want them to remember no matter what gifts you give or what gifts you receive this year, that you should always enjoy the gift of love. This is a season when people love each other, when we're reminded how important that is to give to each other and treasure the time you have through the holiday seasons, whatever religion you are or whatever you believe or think or wherever you live, to just reach out and love the people around you. Up on the rooftop, clip, 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 clip. Or how does that go, Santa? Up on the rooftop? Clip, clop,
clip.
Clip, clop, clip. I knew it was
Right.
something like
It's not
that.
clop, clip, clop. It's always clip, clop, clip.
All right, Santa. Thank you, and a Merry Christmas to you and yours.
And a Merry Christmas to all of you, to your family, Roger, and to everyone there on the Oregon coast and everyone around the world. And Happy New Year to you as well.
Woven Legacies is a special sale of kilims, rugs, bags, shoes, jewelry, and home decor made by artisans in Turkey. Sale of these items at the Lincoln City Cultural Center will support the center and also the ongoing care of Julie Reynolds Oterman. All treasures of Woven Legacies were imported by Julie and her late husband, Sener Oterman. View the entire display today at the Lincoln City Cultural Center and own a treasure destined to become a family heirloom.
Home-style cooking in a hometown atmosphere. Hi, I'm Adina from Zeller's Restaurant in Rose Lodge in Lincoln City. Join us daily for good fun and great food. You can even kick up your heels at Zeller's.
Hey, welcome back to the Double R Show on this Christmas morning. It is a grand and glorious day for everybody every time the Christmas bells ring.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking the stockings this morning. I feel like I did a pretty good year and had a pretty good year. We'll see.
We'll see. And speaking of checking for the stockings, all of those people along Highway 229 that got washed out over the course of the big storms that we've had, they have lost a lot of documents, pictures, memorabilia. If you find those type of items, report it to the Lincoln City Police Department or the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office. The non-emergency telephone numbers for the sheriff, it's 541-265-0777. And for Lincoln City PD, non-emergency phone number 541-994-3636. If you have an opportunity and you find something in the Siletz Bay, don't get in the bay because the water is dangerous. We're talking about things that have been washed up on shore.
Yeah. And so if you're out there and, and also just thanks to those people that have done some cleanup. I know Sandy Gruber, she's posted a lot of stuff that's washed up that, is debris, from homes potentially. And so, but those personal items, please reach out to the local police and help get those things back home.
Couple of new publications that are out that'll really kick off your new year. Catch the Wave from Oregon Coast Community College. And then we also have the Winter Fun Guide 2026 from Lincoln City Parks and Rec. Both of those guides are out and about and full of information for you and your family. Lincoln City Chamber of Commerce also has a new business directory for 24-25. And that directory is just, again, full of lots of good information that you can send off to a loved one around the world or across the street. And our thanks go to our guests that have joined us today. Again, Niki Price, Dr. Ogden, and the jolly old man.
Jolly old St. Nick, yeah. Just calling in from the rooftop.
Wasn't that fun?
Yeah, super cool. Just amazing that you could take an extra couple moments here and hopefully scooting off to my house.
To your house, you think?
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
Well, maybe he'll make it a stop at Chinook Woods Casino Resort on his way.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because that's where you'll find an opportunity to potentially win a sleigh full of money.
Oh, that's right. So even if you didn't get something from Santa, there's still some opportunity, you're saying here.
Yeah. And
okay.
Some of the biggest opportunities, guaranteed winner, is to go to the Rogue River Dining Room and or over at Chinook Woods Casino Resort Hotel. Food is just first rate, first class. It is just really quite good. You'll enjoy your fine dining. You'll also enjoy an opportunity to get one of the best burgers around in the deli at Chinook Woods Casino. It is good food, good fun, and you'll also have an opportunity potentially to win a brand new car. They're giving away 2 on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Brand new cars at Chinook Woods Casino Resort. Chinook Woods Casino Resort, proving time and again it's better at the beach. And that will do to the doings on a Double R Show. For Paul and Jana, please remember to like, subscribe, and share so you, your family, and friends around the world and across the street can join us on a Double R Show. Have yourself a happy day and a very Merry Christmas.
You've been listening to The Double R Show. Join Roger and Paul Robertson as they explore everything about North Lincoln County. The Double R Show, produced by Always Productions and hosted by Roger Robertson. Have a story? Email contact@alwaysproductions.com or call 458-201-3039. For The Double R Show, I'm Jana Grawn.